Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-March 2024 General Tarot Update. It's Rena here. There's our card. See, I'm Sag too. The Temperance card. That's Sag's card. This is our card too. I got to. Ooh, I like the Ace of Swords. I do like that card. Okay. Well, heart of the matter is the Five of Swords. So, this has been my experience as a Sag and newly discovered Scorpio under Vedic astrology. So take it for what it's worth. But I have found that Sages, I think sometimes Sages do get talked about. And you know why I mainly think Sages get talked about is out of envy. That people look at us and we tend to be free spirits and we tend to go through life with an optimistic attitude, and that really pisses off certain people who don't feel those kinds of that lightheartedness in life. And so we may find something that has been going on. When we're in Pisces season, it's clashing with our sun sign. So it's not a friendly angle. Even if you like the month of March, you may find that it gets better towards the end when there are more Aries transits than Pisces ones. But I do love the month of March, even just like weather-wise and things of that nature. And if we look at swords as weapons and we look at swords as speech and other forms of communication, even thoughts can be swords, then it stands to reason that we would change those things, because the number 5 is a number of change. So when you change, everything changes around you. I remember I used to love gossip, getting the dirt on someone. And at some point, I realized that, first of all, I was a low vibration, but also that person that is going around talking about people behind their backs, they're talking about you. And that's something that is really like, nobody wants to be talked about like that. And I'm talking about it in a disparaging way. So it's really great to know who your friends are. Five of Swords can be frenemies as far as I'm concerned. And sometimes this is a card of empty victory. You think you want something, but once you get it, you realize that it wasn't worth it. Maybe you did something that you're ashamed of to benefit from something financial, let's say. And it's like you win the battle, but you lose the war. So we have to always be very aware of our motivations. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I saying this? Do I really want to perhaps say something so that I kind of get the upper hand in a situation, but then I lose the war because I've created a lot of bad blood? Words can be used as a weapon. In the past position, we have the Four of Swords. And yes, I do think that this is about reflection. And sometimes a person has to take a break from a very stressful situation. So, like if it's a mental health break from work, and maybe you say, you know what, I have this sick time that I have accrued, and I'm going to take a break because something is not flowing in my life in this area. And I've got to kind of decide what my next move is going to be. Well, the Five of Swords, I always think of the Five of Swords as co-workers who are not necessarily very nice, supportive, or trustworthy. The higher message is temperance. This is about the spiritual and the material and bringing these together in one's daily life. That's how I see it. And what that means is that if you are working someplace where there's a lot of behind the scenes crap and you are the victim of it, that you may decide that the money isn't worth it, and that in order to maintain that equilibrium, that you have to work someplace else that is more about the spiritual. Because, you know, sometimes even the people that you're working for may pit one employee against another, almost like sibling rivalry or something, and really overpraise to one person so that they are resentful towards the other person instead of resentful towards the instigator. But yeah, so that could be going on, and you have to be aware that there's a level higher than this. It's not just about what's happening on the earth. You could be creating things, you know, creating a new business at home that is not, you know, is offline, that nobody knows about. And you might not want to broadcast it, and that's perfectly fine. But maintaining an even keel is definitely important, especially in what you value. What crosses you is the Knight of Swords. This may mean being even more, you could say out of control, but what I like to say is rebellious. And you would be reacting to someone, maybe somebody else's bad behavior, but then what happens? You shoot yourself in the foot. You know, you hurt yourself by reacting to someone else. That's not the way to go. That's not the answer, in other words. Maybe this is somebody in particular who's part of the big problem. You know, even though that card is connected to Sagittarius, I connect it to Aries. And so if there's an Aries person, either a boss or a fellow employee who is the catalyst for the Five of Swords energy, that may be where it's all beginning. It's like the rotten apple in the bunch. What's coming in is the Three of Pentacles. So this is actually a card of teamwork. So maybe this person is going to be discovered as the problem individual, and maybe you'll be able to work together as a team again. And wouldn't that be great? This is also a good card for money in general. And the outcome is the Ace of Swords. And so it's seeing things as they are, without the deception around it, without the self-denial. And with the Five of Swords, there could be some kind of deception that is occurring. Maybe you're being told something to your face that is simply untrue in reality. And maybe you have to accept the fact that this is happening. You can't get away from it. And that doesn't mean that you won't in the future, but just this idea of not creating alternative narratives, being willing to see what is true in front of you and move forward as a result. Okay, Sag, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.